Life is about shedding the darkness and embracing the light of knowledge. So let's get together and awaken our minds. Friends, welcome. Hello to my show of Awakening the Mind videos. My name is Dr. Aakash Ahuja and I'm a psychiatrist here in Los Angeles, California. I did my residency from Minneapolis, Hennepin Regions program in the state of Minnesota in United States, and I did my medical college from Maulana Azad Medical College in New Delhi, India. Today we are going to talk about the topic which covers three different kind of people. Three different kind of people who we admire a lot. We talk good about them, we talk bad about them, but we just cannot live without talking about them. All the magazines, all the TV shows, 90% of the programs cover these three folks. We are going to talk about actors, we're going to talk about sportsmen, and we are going to talk about politicians. All these people get a lot of media attention, and if you read the newspaper, basically 90% of the newspaper is filled with something related to these three people. So let's talk about actors a little. Now, as a psychiatrist, why am I talking about actors? Well, first of all, I love actors. I live here in Los Angeles. This is Hollywood, and I spent some time in Mumbai. So I know people there in Mumbai who are in acting business, and I know a lot of people here who are in acting business. So I talk to them a lot. I have known people who have consulted me on various issues which basically pertain to stress, which which is because that they are actors. And I've also talked to people who are not exactly actors, but they are in this business. They are directors, producers, editors, camera people, light people, stuntmen, so many different people who are in this particular business, and they talk about their stresses and their life. So what kind of stresses do you think that actors face? Let's cover some of them. So first thing is that actors deal a lot of critique from the press and from the people. People love them, but if they don't like something, people don't shy. They will speak their mind and they will say what they feel about them. Actors can have very odd schedules. We all think that everything is rosy for the actors, and everybody is giving them so much attention. But sometimes we forget that these people work in very harsh conditions in different places and different climatic situations, and sometimes they have to put in like 18-20 hours of work. Their sleep is disrupted. Sometimes we are watching a TV show and we have no idea whether it was shot at 12 o'clock in the afternoon or basically 4 o'clock in the morning. But again, knowing these people, I know that they lead a very stressful life. Many actors have their own stalkers, the people who follow them relentlessly and make their life miserable. They do face, or at least perceive, the threat to self and the family, and that's a very big stressor for the actors. Then actors, especially the female actors and the models, have a stress of keeping themselves in shape, like mission size 0, and they try to always remain in the best possible shape, which has led actually to many actresses getting eating disorders like anorexia nervosa and bulimia, which we can talk about in some other video. And they have this stress about their movie, whether it's going to be a hit or not, and based upon that, whether they will be getting a next project or not. They hear rumors about them which might not be true, which can be extremely disruptive to their family life, rumors about their affairs and other things. They have absolutely no privacy, and even if they are depressed, they face a much bigger taboo of seeking a help from a psychiatrist or a professional person. The actors should keep in mind that even if they can fake a smile and they are doing okay, but the eyes don't lie, and when they act, if they are depressed, it will show up. And for them, what can the actors do then? So Basically, if the actors are stressed, they should try to relax, do some yoga, meditation. They should try to take a break, spend time with family and friends who they enjoy to spend time with, and definitely seek professional help. That will help them to elongate their career in a nicer way, and will also make sure that they can perform the best, which will be great for them and also for the people who love them and who watch them performing on TV or in films. Friends, now let's talk about politicians. Well, so what should we talk about politicians? Well, I guess we can all agree on one thing, that good politicians is absolutely important for the progress of the country. And if the politicians are not doing very well in terms of their health, in terms of their mental health, then they might not do a very good job. Some people will say that what kind of stress can politicians face? Well, that's not actually accurate. Politicians are also under a lot of stress, and let's see what can cause stress in them. Well, in general, sometimes they have to deal with the public's perceptive that people might not like them. At least half of the people from the opposing party or the people who support the opposing party don't like them. So it depends whether they are in power or whether they are in opposition, and depending upon which people support them and which people don't support them. Then politics actually in itself is a pretty negative stress. Campaigns, the election campaigns can be extremely stressful. There is a lot of negative publicity, negative ads going on. People are standing out there and screaming at the top of their lungs, saying good things or bad things about them, again depending upon which party they support. There are false accusations on the politicians which they have to deal with. Then there is a sleep deprivation. In campaigns, people travel from one city to another, one town to another, or one village to another constantly in order to get the maximum leverage from the people. But that basically disrupts their social life. They are away from their family, they are away from their children, and it can be extremely stressful, which sometimes we don't realize. They do have fear of self and family. There are many cases which we all know where the politicians have given their lives because they were killed by the terrorists or some other organizations, and a lot of politicians do feel that threat for themselves and for their immediate or extended families. So what can be done? I strongly believe that again a healthy mind of a politician is extremely important for the progress of their party and for the progress of the country. So politicians actually have the responsibility to take care of their health. I mean, if they are promising to take care of the country, they should at least take care of their health first also. They should try to relax, use yoga, meditation, other techniques, and should not go away from seeking psychiatric help. Also, it's the responsibility of the public now not to make it a taboo if they do seek help of a professional, because these stress and anxiety is not going away. It's there, it's common in everybody, and people should realize that, accept it, and then get some treatment. If they do that, I sincerely believe that they will do a much better job in what they intend to do. Now friends, let's talk about our sportsmen. Sports is such a euphoria. Sports brings such pride to the country. I cannot even imagine how, as countrymen, we all feel when Abhinav Bindra wins a gold medal, when Sushil Kumar wins a medal, when it's Saina versus China and Saina wins a medal, when Tendulkar along with Dhoni and the whole cricket team lifts the World Cup, when hockey team does fantastic and wins so many Olympic medals, when Leander Pace wins a medal, and when other people, Sushil Kumar and other people do great. And I'm missing so many names here, Vishwanathan Anand of course, and when Sehwag bashes the other teams. It brings glory to a nation of 1.2 billion people. And the sad part is when they don't do very well, then we all start blaming them. We might think that, well, these people are now not doing well because they are not practicing, they might not be doing what they're supposed to do, and they are basically putting the country down, which sometimes which we don't realize is, what we don't realize is that sportsmen actually go through a lot of stress and anxiety, and it's very important to at least talk about that, and only then we can actually treat that and make sure that they continue to bring glory to the country even more. So let's talk about a little bit about the sports psychology and what we can do about it. So the research has shown that sportsmen perform best at a certain level of optimal stress level, an optimal level of anxiety. At that they perform the best. The problem is that when that anxiety or stress goes up due to one reason or the other, then they don't perform at their maximum best. They can be the best prepared people in the world, but if their anxiety is not managed at that time, they will definitely not do that well. It can be due to their physical demands. I mean, they work so hard, they exercise very hard. It can be due to psychological demands, the want for the medal, and other psychological needs. Environmental demands. Sometimes they have to perform in a venue where the temperatures are different, the altitude is different. It's not that they are always performing at home conditions. And then again, the media puts a lot of pressure on them, and they are always expected to perform at the level best. Now, all these things, if not managed very well, can lead to a downward performance in an athlete. So how to deal with it? I've basically mentioned this slide as mission goal, how to win more medals perhaps in the Olympics. So I think this has to be taken care of from a very grassroots level, that a sports psychiatrist, a sports psychologist should be provided. Usually we see that it happens that when an athlete does very well, only then they get a lot of support and a lot of sponsorships. But these things should be taken care of at a very ground level, as I said, starting from the school, where they should be provided with a mental health coach, sports psychiatrist, to help them to accomplish their goals. A sports psychiatrist can help them to gain or to master mental toughness, which is help to perform at high level consistently. They can help them with self-efficacy, that is a belief that I can perform this. They can help them to deal with the burnout factor from injuries and excessive pressure. The sports psychiatrist can help not only the players but also the coaches, which is extremely important and sometimes overlooked upon. Then the sports psychiatrist can work on team dynamics, which is extremely important in the sports like hockey, cricket, volleyball, basketball, soccer, and relay racing. And they can also teach them techniques like imagery and self-talk, which are extremely important for an athlete. Friends, we can definitely get more medals in the coming Olympics and then the Olympics after that. But we just have to make sure that if we are aiming for a gold medal, we should treat our athletes as a gold also. Saina actually said recently in an interview that again that the athletes get all the sponsorships and money and finances only after they get a medal. This process actually should start when they are very young, 10 or 12, and only then, if we provide them with all these facilities, including the sports psychiatrist and mental health coach, we can definitely expect to achieve many more medals in the Olympics, and we can do much better. Friends, we talked about politicians, we talked about actors, and we talked about sportsmen today. All three are like the national treasures, and all three being so much happiness and joy to us in their own different way. One person is in entertainment, one person of course is in politics, and one person is a sportsman. Again, if these three sects of people take care of their health physically and mentally, then they can provide us in what they are best at providing, and we would love to see that, won't we? Thanks for watching this video.